show, but I first thank you, Paul. We'll check back with you later. The IMF, the World Bank, the Bank of Canada, they are all warning people really to protect their money. These are challenging times for those charities trying to fill in the gap. But you know, really on a everyday level for our families, this is really about putting food on the table. And you know, I'm joined now by Carly Kincaid Williams, who is at one of Canada's oldest food banks. Carly, there you are, Edmonton Food Bank, the first and oldest in Canada. Thank you for joining us. It does look well stacked behind you, though, I have to say, but give me some perspective, if you can, on you know, the changes you've seen at your food bank since this crisis has started.
Well, Alberta has been experiencing economic challenges prior to COVID-19. In March of this year, we handed out to different people 25,000 hampers from Edmonton's Food Bank and our different affiliates. So that was an increase of 18% from March of 2019. So, and for us, COVID-19 didn't actually have an impact until the last 2 weeks of March. So we've been seeing an increase kind of consistently already, and then COVID-19 kind of appeared for us. So we've been seeing challenging times already.
And I mean, that's the truth of the province of Alberta, for sure. I'm just wondering, are you seeing a lot of first-timers at the food bank? I mean, are you sort of part therapist for a lot of people who never imagined that they would have to rely on a food bank to feed their families?
Absolutely, and we're seeing more and more of those people right now. You know, people who've worked in the service industry whose hours have been either cut or they've lost their jobs entirely. People who, you know, maybe they have property and they were relying on those rental incomes, and now they're not getting those incomes. People whose kids are now staying home during the days because they can't go to school, and those kids eat a lot during the days. So now they're realizing how much food they actually have to have in their houses. Students who've come to Edmonton for their education, they can't get back to the homes that they've come from. Now they're having to, you know, provide for themselves in ways that they didn't expect. So all of those types of people are now coming to Edmonton's Food Bank, and they never expected it. So yeah, it's a different sort of thing for us now. And we're having to also provide for the people who were coming to us before.
And I see there are some volunteers behind you. They look like they're physical distancing, but has that been a challenge? Have you had trouble finding people who want to help, or is it the opposite? Everybody feels like they want to do something.
You know, we've got great volunteers and we love them. They're absolutely amazing. But like last year, we had over 100,000 volunteer hours for the entire year, which is absolutely incredible. But this year we're working bare bones because we can't have the big corporations, the big, you know, community groups coming in groups of 20 or 30 or 40. Now we're working, you know, with the individual who's young and healthy. We can't have the seniors. They're safest at home. So it's, you know, we're really, really bare bones at this moment, but we're making it work.
You're making it work with the help, I have to say. You're getting a lot of attention from some high-profile Canadian celebrity. One in particular, tell me about that.
Ryan Reynolds, he is absolutely incredible. You know, he's a big supporter of food banks in general, and he's donated a lot of money. And then there was a promotion, a radio promotion. He topped up their promotion and donated directly to us. And so then by that donation, Nathan Fillion donated, and so did Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers. So when you get some high-profile people like that supporting what we do and putting out to the general public saying, you know, food banks in general, this is what they do, this is why they're so important, and helping us, people will donate. And, you know, hey, I want to be like Ryan Reynolds, I'm going to do what he does. And people have actually donated because of that. And, you know, we get new donors that way. And, you know, big donations, small donations, it all adds up. It all makes such a huge difference. So, you know, if we could give Ryan Reynolds and Nathan Fillion and Darnell Nurse some big virtual hugs right now and just say a huge thank you, we would do just that, because it's made such a huge difference.
Absolutely. They are all getting virtual hugs. Now tell me, what is the best way? You mentioned it, that there's Canadians who are donating as a result of that, but there's also so many out there who are watching this interview. So what's the best thing they can do for their local food bank? What sort sort of food staples should people be donating?
Well, food staples, I mean, obviously there's things like peanut butter and pasta sauces, soups, those sorts of things. But for us right now, it's monetary donations because we don't have the volunteer base to be sorting through all of those actual bins of donations. So when we get the monetary donations, we can buy what we need when we need it, and we can stretch the dollar by buying in bulk. So we know that if we need peanut butter, we know exactly what the expiration date is, where to find it, and we can put it in that hamper because it goes in every hamper. So for us, at this particular moment, monetary donations make the most impact.
Okay, Carly Kincaid Williams, you are a superstar, and your team there, and we thank you so much for helping us better understand the needs right now and what the rest of us can do. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
We have about a minute before the Prime Minister is going to come out the door at Rideau Cottage, as he has done all these many weeks now. So, Amanda Lang, I know you're still in earshot. So give me some perspective, some of the holes that the Prime Minister may try to fill today on the people who are not seeing any benefit from the CERB.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of big things. One, we hear from people who had applied for EI and it's being delayed.